Alright, so today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Vaualts. We deposited another 30 DeFi, which we're going to have to swap to tokens. So we're going to go ahead and go to the swap feature. We can swap 39.97, but we're going to need 2 to open a vault, and there's a little bit of a bug right now, so you need an extra one in UTXO just so it doesn't fail. So we're going to go ahead and swap 36 of them for right now. Go ahead and click continue. Go ahead and confirm the transaction. Sign it. And we'll be right back as soon as this confirms. Alright, so we're back here. We're going to click OK. Now we can see we have 4 UTXOs and 36 tokens. So we're going to go over to the loan section. Well, you're actually going to start on this page here. We're going to click Create Vault, and we got to choose a collateralization ratio, which directly influences the interest rate we're going to pay on the tokens that we're going to mint. So we're going to go ahead and go with 175%. We're going to click Continue. We're going to confirm creating the vault. We're going to go ahead and sign it. And once it's signed and confirmed, we'll be back. We're going to talk about some of the things we can mint with it and the possibilities of what to do with those tokens. Alright, so now we're back, and it's going to take us to this Browse Loan Tokens screen. We're going to go ahead and click OK. These are the different tokens that we can mint against the collateral. First, we got to go over to our vault here. Go ahead and go to Edit Collaterals, Add Token as Collaterals. We have 37.97 DeFi that we can add as collaterals. We're going to go ahead and add 30. Go ahead and add. Add token as collateral. Confirm add. And sign it. Wait for that to confirm, and then we can take a loan out. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and click OK. We're going to go ahead and go back. And here, we're at our vaults. We can go into this vault here, go to Loans, go to Browse Loan Tokens. So basically, we could take a loan out of a D token as long as the value of the loan is less than 175% of the total collateral. So our collateral is at 103. We'll go ahead and go to Loans, Browse Loan Tokens. These are the different stocks that are tracked right now. We're going to go ahead and take a loan on PLTR. So we can see here that the cost to take one PLTR is $18.21. So real quick, we're going to go over to the DEX and go to Swap. And we're going to swap DUSD into PLTR. And just click the max button just to pull up the info, and we can see here that it sells on the DEX for $22.72. So it costs $4 less to mint it than to buy it on the DEX, but we are collateralizing at 175%. So 175% of 1821 is a good question. Let's see. So we got to have $31 collateralized to take a loan for $18.21. So we're losing a little bit of investable capital, and then we're at the bare minimum too, so we risk liquidation. But we're locking away a little bit of collateral so that we can hold on to our DeFi and invest these D tokens. So we're going to go ahead and take a loan here for 1.5, which will put our collateralization ratio at 380. We're going to click continue, confirm borrow. Sign the transaction, wait for it to confirm. So the options here now is we can invest that 1.5 PLTR into a liquidity pool, or we can just hold on to it and see if the price goes up. A little bit riskier because it could drop as well and you miss out on the rewards. But we're losing roughly $9 worth of investable capital by using the loan system. So it's a trade-off there, but if the price of DeFi goes up, our collateralization ratio goes up and we can pull some DeFi out of the vault, or we could take more of a loan against it, all depending on your comfortability level and your risk tolerance there. So what we're going to do is wait for this to confirm, and then we'll go over adding this to a liquidity pool. Alright, so now that that's confirmed, we're going to go ahead and click OK. Go back over to the DEX here. We're going to go down to the pool that's PLTR to DUSD. Right here, we're going to click swap. We want to keep some PLTR so that we can invest it in the liquidity pool. We're going to go ahead and click 50%. It's going to get us $17. I'm going to go ahead and click 1%. Click continue. Click confirm swap. Sign this transaction. Wait for that to confirm. Now once it's confirmed, we'll go over to balances here. We should have roughly equal parts PLTR and DUSD so we can invest in that PLTR pool. While we're sitting here looking, we can see we did make 8 Satoshis in BTC on the commissions from the pool from our last video, and we made 2,421 FIs of the ARKK token from our pool there. If we look at our pools, we can see we did go down by 0.17-ish DeFi, but we've gained about 1,000 Satoshis. So the pools stay roughly balanced. The only way to lose a lot of value in pools is if both pairs drop or if the ratio significantly changes, but the pools tend to balance themselves back out at that point. Our ARKK investment, if I remember, was $13.99, so we're actually up a cent there. I'm sure that balanced out into the ARKK token, but we'll find out. So now it's completed. Let's go ahead and confirm. Go back over to balances. We can see we have 1704 in DUSD and 0.75 in PLTR. So we'll click on the PLTR token, click add liquidity, click max on the PLTR side, and we can see here we actually had a little bit of slippage, so we're a little under on the DUSD. So we'll click max on DUSD, and then we'll go down to continue, confirm add liquidity, sign the transaction, and we'll wait for that to confirm. So while we're waiting here, we'll take a look at the loans. We can see here it shows our current collateralization ratio and our estimated next collateralization ratio. Because this vault only has DeFi in it, that's directly dependent on the price of DeFi at the Oracle. So to see the Oracle, we're going to click on this link here for the vault ID, which is going to take us to DeFi scan, which has to load. And then we click on the 3 bars and we click Oracles. We can see what the next estimated price of DUSD, BTC, Tether, USDC, and then all the stock tokens, which on the weekend are going to be flat because this information comes from NASDAQ. But it gives us a little bit of a heads up on what's coming. We can actually open it too, and this is the average of 3 oracles. So we can see there's an exchange somewhere trading at 360, 342, and 346. This is a history of the recent DeFi prices. If we go ahead and close that, it'll take us back to our wallet, which, let's see, it looks like the transaction hasn't confirmed, but this is a good opportunity here. The transaction message at the bottom has disappeared because the app reset, but the transaction is still in the mempool. So if we just let it go, it will eventually update and we'll be back at that point. Alright, so now we're back here. We can see that transaction has went through. We'll go over to our DEX, to your pool pairs, just to make sure we can see it, which we can here. PLTR currently paying 218.11%. We have 0.749 PLTR pooled against 17.04 DUSD. So that gives us another pool there that we're invested in. And then if we talk a little bit about loans here. So the option with loans is you can collateralize your DeFi so that you don't have to transfer it into DUSD. So if the DeFi price goes up, you're still holding on to that DeFi. Your collateralization ratio will go up with it, and you could take more of a loan or withdraw part of your collateral. The trade-off to that is you do lose a little bit of investable capital. So it's really depending on your risk tolerance and your projection for DeFi in both the short term and the long term, and how long you plan on keeping the loan open. On this specific vault, we are paying 3% APR on the loan token. So if we go in and take a look at it and go to loans, it shows us at the bottom under the interest amount how much we're paying. I believe right now there is a minimum of 1 FI in interest per block, so 2 FI per hour or per minute. I don't know how that works with the interest rate because that obviously is going to be higher than our 3%. But you will notice a difference if you take an identical loan at 3% and 5%. So there is some way it's offsetting there. So that's where we're at now. We're sitting with 8 DeFi in our pocket, a couple of different pools. We're making a little bit of rewards. I think in the next one, we're going to go ahead and talk about auctions. So can't wait to see you then. Leave your comments in the place below.